Afternoon traders. Hopefully everyone is having a great day. Market indices all three down today. Before we get into the stocks, the first or the new high flyer that we're going to highlight now, and then the stocks that we own, then two setups that look good going into tomorrow. I just want to bring up the chart of the S&P ETF, and I want to show you guys something before we go move forward here. Here we go. So this is the value area high, point of control, and obviously way down here is the value area low. But take a look at this. Look how interesting this is. The point of control is right here. It breached below here, right? And I see this as being somewhat of some resistance going forward. I think the market's a little overextended. This is just my personal opinion, and I could see a pullback before we move forward. So always keep this in mind when you're trading, right? Are we still buying the dips and selling the rips? Or are we selling the rips now, right? That's the key. So, I mean, look at the market action today. We started up higher and then we closed lower. That's not a good sign, right? So always remember that and see where in that cycle where we are. So with that said, we're going to highlight a new stock now, and that stock is Plug Power, PLUG. Now, PLUG has had a great run since it broke above this value area high of $9. It's gone pretty much nonstop from $9 all the way to 14, right? Now it looks a little overextended in this area here at this value area high, and if we don't get that right volume to push above that, I could see a retracement all the way back down to this $11.30 range, worst case scenario, right? So let's bring this out on the 513 EMA chart, and here's a little confirmation. Look how overextended this chart is right here. So again, if you're looking to buy into Plug, just be patient. Wait for a nice pullback of 2 or 3 days. Remember, in trading, it's all about being patient and trade location. If you're buying up here, I think you're just asking for it. You'll probably end up getting blown out. You'll probably end up getting too large of a position and writing this down and selling it before you can make any money. So if you're long already in it, that's great. Hold it. I think it's going a lot higher. But if you're looking to buy into Plug, just wait and be patient. All right, we're going to highlight Plug for a while until the charts change on it. But for now, everything looks great on it, and we'll revisit this stock on a daily basis. Okay, with that said, let's go over the stocks that we do own. Well, let's do the 3 stocks that we had spoken of yesterday that were potential buys. And the first one that we had spoken about was CVM. CVM, let's bring that up. If you remember correctly, we're going to run through it real quick. We said it was right by this point of control. Be long if it gets above this 1260 range, and I did that first 30-minute candle, so I'm long in CVM at 1260. It's great. It's above this point of control. I'm waiting to break above this value area high of 13, and if that's the case, this stock is going a lot higher. So we're in at CVM at 1260. Next stock that we spoke about yesterday was FLGT. FLGT. All right, so FLGT near that value area high. I said wait for a pullback, see if you could get in. But unfortunately, I took that first 30-minute candle out on the upside right here. So I'm in over here at 45.23. I did buy it a little higher. That's okay. We're still above this point of control, and we're very close to this value area high. So I see this stock going a lot higher in the near term. All right, next stock that we had highlighted, which we said either buy over the first 30-minute or either short or it's a no play, was KNDI. And take a look what KNDI did today, right? First 30-minute candle, it gapped up, looked like it was going to run, but guess what? That was the high of the day, did that low, and then it sold off the rest of the day, right? So now what do we do with Candy? I'm just going to go ahead and keep it on my watch list just because that whole EV sector is super hot and you never know when it's going to run. I'll just wait for some key levels to buy back in. It could go as low as this value area low. I doubt it, but it'll be on a watch list, and I guarantee when we do buy it, it'll be at the right level. All right, that's KNDI. All right, let's go over the stocks that we do own besides the CVM and FLGT now. That's AQST. AQST has been a great performer for us ever since that breakout, and then that breakout again of that $7 area. It's gone nonstop, gone higher. I really think usually I would say the stock I would say it's a little overbought based on the Bollinger Bands, right? So let's bring this up on a on a 52-week daily with Bollinger Band. It's right here. Take a look at this. All right, and it does look overbought. I don't like this formation of this candle. This usually indicates a pullback, maybe a pullback down to this 10 SMA before the a move higher. But you know what? In this case, it might be a little different. And the only reason why I say that is because if you take a look at this, this is a volume profile chart, right? So if you put a line right here, a horizontal line, and you take a look of all the shares that were traded above 835, there's not many shares up there. I don't think there's any sellers left in this stock. I think this goes up to $10, maybe with a small retracement. I don't think it's ever going to go back down to this 10 SMA. If anything, it'll maybe, maybe 750 tops before a move back up. But watch this very carefully. Remember, there's not many sellers over here. So if we get a little bit of buying, a little bit of good news, this is making new 52-week highs. That's AQST. Next stock we had, ADS. I did say yesterday on ADS if we were going to watch the first 30-minute candle, and if that was going to breach it on the downside, we were going to kick it to the curb. But look at this. First, they must have heard what I said. First 30-minute candle, it went straight up. Now, it didn't make any more highs the rest of the day, but look at that. It made that first high, that first 30-minute, and then it just stayed right there. We're very close to that 4630 value area high. Watch for a little push here tomorrow, and this is off to the races, probably challenge that $50 range from last week. All right, so everything's looking good at ADS. Next stock that we own, another really strong performer today, even though the markets were all down, is OVID. And the reason why these stocks are performing, because trade location, they're all above their value area high, right? We got in at good pricing, so even if there is a small shakeout, we're not going to be affected as much, right? So it's all about trade location. Take a look at this. First 30-minute candle, again, took it out, made that high of 837, closed right here at 824. If we bring it up on that daily, remember I said there's going to be a little bit of resistance right here at 824, and that's exactly where it stopped. But look, this stock closed, right? This is closed the highest it's ever closed in this last 52 weeks. This stock, in my opinion, is going a lot higher. In a lot of ways, this reminds me of AQST when it finally broke that $7 mark. And this is doing the exact same thing. So the setups are always the same. Take a look at this. This is going higher. Buy it on the dips. That's OVID. All right, guys. So now we own AQST, ADS, OVID, FLGT at 45.23, and CVM at 12.60. So we're going to give you two stocks that look really good going into tomorrow. All right. First stock is going to be, it's a cheapie, but it's it could be a big winner, and I'll show you why. It's AVXL, AVXL. All right. So earnings came out. Earnings were pretty good. Had that really good news. Came up, popped up over here in that $6 range. Ever since then, it's sold off. It created some value right here at the value area low at $4. Now look at this. Here we are at this point of control right here, real close to it. Today's close right near that point of control, value area high. So I've set an alert at 455. If that takes out 455, this stock is going into this area, and it's going to start creating value right here. And we're going to see this stock go a lot higher. So watch this level closely, 455, set an alert, do what you have to do, and then buy on a breakout above this. And we're going to see all this come in and more value created up above here. All right, so that's AVXL. Next stock that I like, we played it yesterday. We got stopped out at 960. You might play it again, and I'll show you why. That's VXRT. VXRT. Take a look at this. All right, so VXRT, again, is right above this point of control or right at it. So watch that 30-minute candle tomorrow. If it takes it out, it breaches this 20 SMA on the intraday, go long. If it doesn't, and it goes below this value area low of 897, right, go short. So it's either a long or short play based on that first 30-minute candle, and use that, that first 30-minute candle as your in and out. If you're wrong, if it does a reversal, just use your stop out based on that first 30-minute candle. But my guess is if it breaks above this tomorrow and takes that first 30-minute candle on the upside, it'll probably run. If it does the opposite on the low side, it'll probably go much lower. So watch those key levels closely, and then make your trading decisions based on that. I want to throw in one more just because I feel pretty good about it. it's TLRY, TLRY had earnings the other day. It's held, in this area pretty well. It hasn't made another low after 3 days of consolidation. So here's another one you want to watch. It's right by this point of control right here. You want to see that first 30-minute candle. If it could take out that $7.13 range and hold it, I would want to go long the stock. I believe after this earnings release, and anybody who is either short or wanted to get out is already out after 3 or 4 days. So I believe your risk reward here is really good. Remember, use the value area low right here as you're out of 687. If it does get below down here, I would be out. All right, guys, those are the 3 stocks to watch for tomorrow. VXRT again, AVXL, and TLRY. All right, I want to thank everyone joining me. I try to keep these videos really short. I try to keep them under 10 minutes. This way you guys don't get bored, give you the setups going into tomorrow, and hopefully you guys can make some money tomorrow. Again, I really do appreciate you guys joining us. If you have any questions, please contact me at eric@valueareatrader.com. That's Eric with a C at valueareatrader.com. And please, if you do like the show, remember to subscribe. And remember, always trade smart and be safe.